Design is all about people, it's all about empathy, it's all about how we build compassion with each other. And I think objects, products help us do that. My name's Rob Phillips. I'm a senior tutor on the Design Products programme within the School of Design. I did my PhD within the RCA looking at open design and citizen science. So now my practice is looking at how we engage design to encourage and give communities agency over themselves and what they do. During my BA, we've designed a tool to make it easier to pull a tea bag out and strain it for tea on the go. We ended up selling that to PG Tips, and that paid for our studio space and things like that for quite a while. Another project that I was involved in was working with a cooperative group of Bolivian miners, and they wanted to be able to develop, repair and edit their own safety equipment rather than importing it. So we designed it very specifically that it was easy to use, it was repairable, it was manufactured from local materials and local goods. I've spent the last 18 to 20 years designing for a very small mountain bike company. We've designed over 3.5 million items that are in the world, evaluating and looking at the strength and detail on something that is probably one of the most sustainable means of transport. Recently we've just got a project coming to the end that was funded by the EPSRC, which is called My Nature Watch. It's a collaboration between the Interaction Research Studio and the Design Products Department. So the Interaction Research Studio, they designed a very specific DIY camera that anyone can make, requires no soldering, and then we were doing very specific workshops and exercises with cultural institutions, the Design Museum, the Victoria and Albert Museum, the Wildlife Trusts, working nationally with schools to get people to assemble these trail cameras that have a piece of machine learning so that when an animal walks in front of it, it takes a series of images, and so that people can see what's happening in their back garden. It totally transforms the way that data can be gathered because people can construct their own tools to respond to the needs around them. The Napa State is one of the biggest rewilding projects in the UK. We've been working with them because they picked up on part of My Nature Watch project, and they've used it to engage their volunteers, because what they're doing is they're reintroducing storks to the UK. They used our kits to kind of monitor the storks over a period of time, but also give the volunteers some agency of how they could be used, how they could be constructed, which is something they could afford to do through our project. The Royal College of Art is a very different place to work. We attract international students that have a completely different way of thinking. We develop their critical practice, and I think that's really exciting. Teaching very much is a two-way opportunity. All the members of staff, myself included, build and grow from the interaction and feedback that we get whilst working with students. It's not top down, so you grow with the student body, which is really exciting. The RCA is on the bleeding edge of what we should be creating, and those opportunities can totally change, but they can also transform industries with the level of thinking that our students put together. So the reason that our programme is called Design Products is because the design is more important than the product.